I'm James.
I'm Kevin.
And this is OE Reviews. And today on the show we are talking about The Hunger Games. This movie's been making a lot of fucking money. A lot of money.
How much money?
Too much.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's been in the top, it's been the top box
shouldn't
office
have.
movie past
Shouldn't
4
be.
weeks. Yeah. We saw this movie for free with the Regal passes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Costco. The
Yeah.
value pack.
Oh yeah. So The Hunger Games. I do have to say, I am a fan of this director. Seabiscuit was a good movie. I think he shows a lot of diversity with all of his films.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard that's also why he doesn't want to direct a sequel to The Hunger Games, because he doesn't want to do a movie.
I think it's a book, actually.
It is a book, but
Yeah.
the director doesn't want to do like the sequel to the movie because he wants to keep his portfolio
Just
diverse.
where it is, you know?
Yeah, he doesn't want to like relive the same story.
Okay.
But into the movie, I think the first half of the movie is really boring. Then when we get into like the town, after the reaping is where they choose people to join the Hunger Games.
From each district,
Yeah.
you know, ranging from 1 to 13, or is it 12?
12, yeah.
1 to 12, and
Yeah.
you know, the number 1 district usually has volunteers, because they actually have like training academies for these Hunger Games. Anyways, continue saying.
Yeah, but when we get past that to when they're actually like they've been chosen, I think that's when I really basically once you meet Woody Harrelson's character.
Woody Harrelson.
He like from that point up until the point where they actually start the games of the Hunger Games, where they go like all the training is awesome. You see this awesome city. There's the talk show, game show stuff, which is great. I really loved the costumes and
Yeah, the makeup was awesome.
and the costumes and the art direction of the film was fantastic. But I think the film really sucked. I was not impressed. I actually was kind of pissed off after I saw it, because I think it had like a really good, as I said, like middle, which is usually the hardest thing to do, but the beginning and the end sucked.
Yeah. I always say a movie could have been better, and this movie really could have been better in every single way, you know?
It's definitely just like...
It was a great plot. It could have been so much better than it was, you know?
It's basically just Battle Royale with you know, not as much fun.
The Hunger Games themselves were just... It was almost ridiculous at points,
Yeah,
you know?
oh yeah.
I mean, because, like, one of the contestants, I'm not going to tell you who, but, like, one of the contestants, like, they come, you know, right by each other, easily could have killed each other. They don't. They're not working together. Why don't you just kill them? Because these are the fucking games, and you know in the end you have to kill the person.
Yeah,
so, I mean... The movie, in some ways, it just really didn't make any sense. I mean, that's how Hollywood works a lot of the times, but, you know, it really could have been a lot better.
I couldn't agree with you more. And then I told you, actually, like, when I saw this movie, I was like, I wish I was in the Hunger Games, because I would have killed everyone.
We would have.
Because they're all just, like, talking. They're just all talking to each other and, like, going, like, oh, I'm not going to kill you now. I'll kill you later. I would have just killed everybody the second I got up there, ended the games in, like, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
I've decided in the Hunger Games I would have went out, built, like, booby traps everywhere, kicked it in the tree like that one bitch did the whole time, you know?
Yeah.
And they would have just got all fucked up by the booby traps. They would have given me their weapons, because I would have took them after they died from my booby traps.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just went on a killing spree. And, like, how they spawned some creature. I'm not going to tell you what creature, so I won't ruin the movie for you if you ever want to see it. You shouldn't want to see it anyways.
But it is pretty ridiculous. The odds were ever not in this movie's favor.
For sure. The odds were not in this movie's favor.
It just had this... And you could tell it was from a book, because it had all these points in the movie where it would bring up, like, plot points that it should have already had brought up, where it's like, oh, the Mockingjay can repeat anything you do. Like, it tells you that right before they do it. rather
Yeah.
than like introducing that in the beginning of
You
the
know,
movie.
they should have kind of like, told you these kind of tools before, you kind of just go, and then all these
Yeah, it's like-
Mockingjays are,
Yeah, all of a
doing,
sudden
it's like complete
Yeah.
war tactics. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense. They didn't even really use the bird's call in it. I mean,
well, they just introduce it for like this one specific like
and then
5
it's over
second
after
scene.
that. I mean,
But
why
it's
even
like,
introduce it?
Exactly. There's a lot of things that you could tell like it was more important in the book than they had made it in the movie. And I think a lot of the problems were with the script. I also think, I mean, this being said, I think they got away with a lot for a PG-13 rating. However, I think they should have gone for a hard R and made the Hunger Games gory because
Yeah, if it were R, it probably would have
Yeah.
been a good movie.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, if you want to see this movie, I recommend you go see Battle Royale. It's a Japanese movie and it's a lot better. The Hunger Games just doesn't really cut it.
Yeah, it really does not cut it at all.
Yeah, so save your money and make sure this one doesn't make any more money because it's made a lot already.
Yeah, I haven't seen Battle Royale, but I'm sure I'll be seeing it soon.
Yeah, Battle Royale's dope.
Yeah.
All right.